welcome to Simply Football. You're watching Prudent and I am Neeraj Prabhu. FC Goa are in a spot of bother with just 3 matches remaining. The entire ISL4 is now heading towards the business end and it's very delicately poised. Apart from Bengaluru FC, there are no other teams who could feel that they are into the playoff positions just yet. So it's all open right now. But for FC Goa, along with other 3 or 4 teams like Jamshedpur FC, Mumbai City FC and Kerala Blasters, the situation is quite tense and it's really nail-biting stuff with how the teams are placed. FC Goa could have been in a different position had they gained results in their last 5 games, where the Gors have managed to pick just 2 points and with 4 matches played at home at Fatorda. On Wednesday, FC Goa could only manage a 1-1 draw against Delhi Dynamos, where actually the situation demanded a victory, and coach Sergio Lobera had briefed at the pre-match that the subsequent 4 matches were going to be like 4 finals. So in that situation, a draw with Delhi Dynamos felt like a defeat. Nevertheless, FC Goa have shockingly or surprisingly still a chance to make it to the top 4, but they have to win all their 3 games coming up and still also hope that some of the other results are in their favor, because the playoff positions are going to go into some calculations with regards to the goal difference and head-to-head in order to decide the playoff teams. So it's all out there for the Gors to go out and grab those points. And today, to discuss the scenario, as always with us is former India forward Francis D'Souza. Francis, the situation in ISL4 is like quite a high level of mathematics. I'm really lost trying to figure out who are into the top 4, apart from Bengaluru of course. But still, there are no answers, because any team can, beat the team. At least 6-7 teams are still alive in the competition.
Neeraj, it's always nice to remain on your toes right from the competition. I think this qualifying stage is going down to the wire. We have 3 or 4 teams who are in strong contenders, provided depends if they can earn the 3 points. Especially when we are concerned in FC Goa. They started like champions. They demolished team after team with their resounding scores of 5 goals plus. Fatorda was high rated as a big scoring venue. Fans were dreaming. The team that they saw performing, they thought were favourites to win the competition. It was not to be as they find themselves now, and I think maybe a little bit of overconfidence or complacency we crept into the team. I thought coach's philosophy, he never had the big plan B for his philosophy of attacking football, and he finds himself in such a situation today. But nevertheless, we have the ability, the quality players to deliver the 9 points, but the hope is not there, because what we thought right in the beginning is just the reverse of what we are seeing today, witnessing today, is performance not coming to the level that they had performed earlier. It's good that we still have Koro who can come good on any given day, but then they'll have to step up, lift their game up and go for every victory. Every game is going to decide where you are going to be, and you have to take it game by game, because we cannot say that we will win the next game, because right, if you don't win this game, you are almost out of the competition.
Definitely. Going back to Wednesday night's game against Delhi Dynamos, FC Goa, if they had won it, could have been in a better position than they find themselves in. Francis, do you think the boys were up to the task on Wednesday, where they just managed a 1-1 draw? Did you feel they were really pumped up for the first of the 4?
The body language never showed that they were going all out for a victory. Quite reserved, quite cautious, very careful. the approach of maybe Lovera was that you keep the ball. The more you keep the ball, the more possession you have. You can dominate the match, and then take the chances where you can split the defense and get the ball through to Koro. We definitely missed Lanzarote. His absence was very badly felt, and it was evident on the play on the ground, because I thought that Delhi decided that they are going to get in front of the ball whenever FC Goa got the ball, and that's exactly what they were trying to. They could get men behind the ball and stop domination of that midfield and in the attacking third by FC Goa. And when they found that they couldn't get those gaps to push the ball for Koro, I mean, I believe that was when frustration crept in, and that's when you lose your own confidence, and that's exactly what happened. Luckily, we got the deflection, we got a goal, but then again the same old story. We let in goals after we concede. That is the vital downfall of FC Goa in this season.
Hugo Bumas got his first start, so how do you analyze his performance?
Great effort by him. He ran down from the midfield. Nobody could stop him. Nobody tried to stop him. He got his shot at goal, and fortunately for FC Goa and for him, the ball deflected to the other corner of the net, of the goal. So that was a gift for FC Goa, because I had not seen much happening during the entire first half. So that was a lucky break for FC Goa. But they should have got their act together, got their defense in shape properly, and they should have seen that there are no sleep crews, because that's what they have been regularly doing, allowing opponents to come back. And Neeraj, now I feel that the opponents are getting a feeling that even if FC Goa can score against us, we can also score against them very easily. So that's the confidence the opponents are getting. If we hold them in the attacking third, I think we can still break FC Goa's defense, because the fragility of the defense has been exposed game after game, and nothing has been done by the coach. So FC Goa still remains exposed at the back.
Bumas seems to be a different type of player than Manuel Lanzarote, in whose shoes he was stepping up the other night.
In fact, when we spoke the last time, I think we said that Bumas is more of an attacking player. And in the first half, he was playing more as a defensive person. But Edu Bedia couldn't get himself in that form that he was in earlier games. And somehow that attack, that bite in the attack was missing. I thought when the game started in the first 20 minutes, didn't look to me that FC Goa players had fire in their belly to win this match, considering the coach said it's the first finals. And I think the body language, when the opponents see it, they also have the gain in confidence, and that's what Delhi also did. They grew in confidence later on, and very rightly so. Just before they equalized, there was another chance when Changte wasted. Otherwise, Goa could have been in bigger trouble.
Right.
You made two changes in terms of forwards coming in. So I think you were going in for the kill, but it did not work again. So your thoughts on that?
Bueno, cuando íbamos a hacer el cambio, que iba a salir Pronay, era para intentar reforzar un poquito más el equipo.
Well, the idea was to get Pranay out and sort of try and reboost the defense a little bit further.
Justo en ese momento hemos encajado el gol.
Just within this moment, we ended up conceding the goal.
Y hemos cambiado la decisión para intentar potenciar en ese momento un poquito más el ataque.
And then we had to change the decision to obviously try and put more force into the attack.
Jugar con más delanteros muchas veces no te da más ocasiones de marcar goles.
A lot of times, putting a lot of strikers up front doesn't always necessarily mean you get more chances on goal.
Pero creo que hemos tenido la oportunidad de poder ganar el partido.
But I think today we had the opportunity to sort of try and win the game.
Hemos tenido una oportunidad clara, bueno, dos, la de Mandar, la de Koro, ha habido dos opciones de poder marcar.
I think we had two clear options. One was Mandar, one was Koros. Two good opportunities for us to score.
Pero no ha podido ser.
But it didn't work.
Toca levantarse y toca mirar hacia adelante.
It's just time to keep the head up and keep looking forward.
For most part of the game, Delhi were behind Goa. In terms of the way the play was happening on the pitch. Then Goa took the lead, and then Delhi had to wait until the 83rd minute, I think, to equalize. Can you summarize the game and what your thoughts are on what happened today?
Goa play for playoff, and we play for win, because in the press conference I tell you we want to finish this competition well for us and for our president, because our president are very calm in this competition. The players have a good compromise for win. He understands that this season is not good for us, but understand also that we can finish well, and for that we play this match for win.
Welcome back. Francis, FC Goa have always struggled with regards to reorganizing their defense, and the goal scored by Delhi was exploiting that gap with that defense splitting ball. I think across over this tournament, FC Goa have never managed to get the back four in shape, and we are really paying a price for that.
Neeraj, when you do things repeatedly well, and it is successful, you grow in confidence. That's where confidence comes to a player or to the defense. Repeatedly they are not been doing well in defense, so definitely there is lack of confidence among the defenders, and it always boils down to making decisions. If you have seen if the defenders, they allow that split pass to go to Changte the first half when he missed the shot. There has to be a leader in the defense who has to put the players into guidance and re-employ themselves to consolidate the defense. The shape was still missing at the back, and after having scored the goal, you will know that Delhi will come back to you strongly. And they were looking for the equalizer, and when they left that gap open, again Delhi exploited the situation, got that ball through for Changte to play it across the goal for Kale Uche to finish it in style. And that's where I think we need a person who can be a leader at the back to look after the other four players, how they organize the defense.
And that's what we have missed. We have seen numerous instances where Muhammad Ali is not in the right position all over across the tournament, and Narayan Das at left back has missed so many balls where he need to be in a certain position and he's not there. This time I think Sheraton also is one of the culprit in the other game the other night.
There should be stability in the defense, midfield and the attack. There is some sort of stability between the midfield and the attackers in the past game.
Right.
But there doesn't seem to be a link between the defenders, halfback and the forwards. The team is not compact, very well organized, and that's where they leave holes in the midfield when Bedia goes up to attack, on Jau playing a little more the long balls. So they leave little gaps which were exploited by Delhi very rightly. And I think now, after watching all this FC Goa being playing, the teams have become wiser. Coaches have been devising their strategies to play according to the weaknesses and strengths of FC Goa. Although we had two chances which we could have capitalized, we should not be missing chances. If we have to go ahead, we should even take half a chance and capitalize on it, so that we can stay in contention for the tournament.
Apart from that great save by the rival goalkeeper towards the fag end of Koro's attempt, there were two really good opportunities for Koro to score, and which he was scoring in such scenarios in the earlier part of the season, and he just happened to miss them really badly. What must have gone wrong with Koro's finishing here? I
think, like I said, when you do things correctly every time, your confidence grows. And you have to have, it's a coordination of mind and the body. So if you are mentally strong, your body will support you to a certain extent. So the combination between mind and body, You know, I think Koro doesn't have that little bit of explosiveness to get that final act together, the killer touch or the killer shot at the goal. Even yesterday's shot, it was more in the center,
Yes.
more to the height of the goalkeeper.
Right.
You know, so it looked like a beautiful save from a goalkeeper. But I think it wasn't a very good shot, goal-bound shot that could beat a goalkeeper.
Right.
And he was going to be challenged by a defender in a split second. So I think that explosiveness that he had in the earlier matches is what I think is missing in the remaining matches, and that's what makes the difference between scoring and missing the chance.
Our local boys, Mandar Rao Desai and Brandon Fernandes, have been disappointing of late. Hardly any attempt on target with venom. There were some feeble attempts which the rival goalkeeper stopped easily, but some chances they really scuffed, missed very badly.
You know, Neeraj, it is left up to every individual player to lift up his game. If you're not going to lift up this game of yours and come up to a new level, you know, you are always going to look, you're going to be lacking confidence. And I think Mandar has to do a lot of work. Brandon still looks casual in his approach, not that professional attitude where, you know, he should do better than what he has done in the last game, because you are as good as your last game.
Right.
And you mean everybody wants you to do something more in the next game. So I think it's left up to them now to lift the bar, to lift their level of play. They are capable of playing good football.
Sure.
They are capable of scoring goals, but the mental aspect has to be more looked after and strengthened so that they can come up with match-winning performances for their team.
Right. Let us now have a look at how FC Goa have fared so far in the ISL 4. They started really in a blazing fashion, and apart from one reverse in Mumbai, where there were really serious mistakes by the officials which consigned FC Goa to a reverse, but otherwise they had won 4 games from the first 5 matches and they were on 12 points. They had a really difficult period across the turn of the year with just 1 point in 3 games. Then there were a couple of back-to-back victories here at home. One at home and one away, and FC Goa were placed very brilliantly with 19 points in 10 matches. The last 5 games have, however, resulted in just 2 points, so they are on 21 points from 15 games. Looking at Bangalore FC at the top of the table in perspective to how FC Goa have done, Bangalore have been the most consistent team. They have just lost 2 games at home, and that apart they have been very smooth team. When they lost in Goa, it was more probably down to that red card sending off of their goalkeeper. FC Goa also won in Delhi with 5 goals margin after the red card to their defender Chichiro in the second half, when the Delhi team were showing a little bit of resurgence. Pune, Chennai and Jamshedpur. Pune have a pattern of victories wherein they have scored back-to-back 2 wins on 4 occasions in their 16 matches so far. So they have been quite consistent. They have won in pairs across a few results here and there, draws or losses, but not a big spell of winless streak. So they have been quite consistent. Chennai have won 3 in a row to start with after the loss to FC Goa in the opener, but then they have had losses and draws. To total they are having 4 draws and 4 losses. While Jamshedpur, who have had a very slow start with their first 3 games being goalless draw, are the team who seem to have peaked at the right time. So what I am trying to look here is that FC Goa's pattern of play, where they have started in a blazing manner and have slowly gone down, and it's been like a struggle in the last 5 matches. Whereas in comparison, there is Jamshedpur, who were very slow to start and they have peaked really well. While Pune and Bangalore have been 2 most consistent teams, and Chennai have been a little up and down, but they have managed to pull up in the last few games that we have seen. So FC Goa's problem, as you have said, seems to be that they have been figured out very nicely by the opponents. It could be only that, isn't it?
You know, Neeraj, football, coaching and getting victories is all about your planning, your strategies, your philosophy and peaking at the right time. You see, the form of the players is also very, very important. So, most of the teams, if you have noticed, have been growing from strength to strength very gradually.
Sure.
But with the case of FC Goa, you have found that it is a reverse. They have done exceptionally well in the beginning and they are not coming up with the performances that all the fans and we have been expecting them to do. We have seen them playing some beautiful football, some beautiful goals. You couldn't imagine a player getting double hat-trick in a match. It speaks about the quality and the form that the team was in. So they are going in the reverse direction as I look at it, and how their mental strength is going to play is very, very vital. You have seen Bengaluru playing very consistently because most of the players are together for a very long time, but they have been maintaining the confidence in the players and their performance has been consistent. And they, like FC Goa should have done earlier, is booked the place in the semi-finals and played a relaxed football game for the semis to come. Prepared themselves very well, but that is not to be now, and they find that they are clinging to the last straw. 3 victories in 3 games is that what they deserve, and let's hope and pray for the sake of the fans and sake all people with high expectations here that they come victorious in the next 3 games.
Here is your chance to win some tickets to go and watch the Gods in action at Fatorda, and your question in the Prudent FC Goa quiz is right up on your screen.
Sanao International presents Simply Football. Grab a chance to support your favorite team in 4th edition of Indian Super League. Answer this simple question and 5 lucky winners will win couple passes. Who is the youngest coach in ISL 4? Alexander Guimaraes, Albert Roca, Sergio Lobera.
To SMS, type FC space your correct answer space your name and taluka and send it to 9011043390.
SMS your correct answer by February 27th, Tuesday.
Well, that's all the time we have in this show. Keep watching Prudent. Goodbye.